Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside of the West Middlesex Memorial Center here in Strathroy as we welcome you back for Strathroy Rockets hockey. It is a Saturday night and a big 2 points on the line here on this lovely Saturday evening. Welcome you up into the press box. Noah Smith and Eldon Dunseith here as we get set for an exciting game. And Eldon, the Rockets looking for a big 2 points, and St. Thomas in town, and although we thought there might have been a chance at the Rockets catching 7th place St. Thomas, it looks like that probably isn't going to be the case.
The Stars would really have to align, pun intended. Yes, we're going to need to win out and hope that St. Thomas basically loses out, and the odds of that are pretty slim.
But that doesn't mean that this isn't a big game tonight. Here's the Rockets and Stars get set to battle in the final Saturday night home game of the regular season. And just like that, Eldon, we're down to the final 3 games of the regular season here. Playoffs just around the corner, and we start to look at possible matchups. Still so much up in the air here in the final week of the regular season in terms of who we can play. For Strathroy, it looks like it will be either London or Leamington. So they kind of set their minds to that and start preparing for that first-round playoff series.
And I think you start, and you'll go through the scratches tonight, and I think right now with 3 games to go, they're just going to do their best to get through, set the lineup, make sure that guys are rested, healthy when the first round begins, most likely either a week from Wednesday or Thursday.
Speaking of those scratches, one of the scratches out of the lineup tonight for Strathroy, Chaz Nixon. Starting in goal will be Tyler Buck. So obviously the Rockets getting a start on resting some guys here before the first round of the playoffs get underway. The Rockets will be honoring Eldon 5 of their graduating players tonight, and interesting enough, we'll get to see those 5 guys start on the ice as well tonight, which is a nice little nod to them.
It works out very well, actually, that you've got 3 forwards and 2 defense, who are the 5 guys. So that makes it nice and easy for Coach Williams.
So the Rockets and Stars getting set to battle here as we head down now to ice level. The Rockets, as mentioned, honoring 5 of their graduating players. The Johnson brothers, Ty and Kane, Captain Carson Perry, Brandon Spezial, and then Blake Hall, the 5 that will be getting honored tonight here in Strathroy. You get a look down there at ice level here as General Manager and President Kent Coleman on the ice here to set to honor these 5 gentlemen out there wearing the blue alternates tonight, and it looks like they're going to be handed a white road jersey as the one that they get to hang on to after their junior career is done. Eldon, I'll pose the question to you. Out of the 3 Rockets jerseys, which one would you like to have hanging in your man cave?
Wow. I'm going to say the alternate, selfishly as a Maple Leaf fan. The other 2 look just a little too much like Montreal Canadiens jerseys for me, so I would definitely go with the alternate blue.
Not a bad choice at all there. The Rockets, of course, honoring those 5 gentlemen tonight here before the matchup against the St. Thomas Stars. Captain Carson Perry, over 120 games in Junior B hockey with the Strathroy Rockets. Brandon Spezial just behind him with 118 games in junior, split between Strathroy and the St. Thomas Stars, oddly enough. Right there on the ice, Ty Johnson, the first one out there, or pardon me, Kane Johnson, the first one out there to get his jersey. Of course, I would mix those 2 up on their way over to get their jersey. Ty Johnson will be right after him, though.
Seen them on a couple of bus trips down to Leamington and LaSalle, and there's really no telling the 2 of them apart.
I was having a conversation with Kamoka Kings play-by-play man Dylan Baker, and I found it oddly surprising how many brothers there were just in the Western Conference alone. I mean, you look to Leamington and Kamoka here in Strathroy, of course. There is certainly no shortage of brothers playing with the same teams as well.
Well, and not even just brothers, twins. The McPhersons in Leamington. Kane and Ty here, twins. So, yeah, I mean, it's one thing to have your brother on the team. It's another thing to have so many sets of twins.
The Johnson brothers down there, the first 2 out here, and now Brandon Spezial for Strathroy, been a member of this club for the last few years, as mentioned, 118 games played in Junior B hockey, and playing in his second to last home game here in Strathroy of the regular season before the playoffs get underway. One other game going on in the Western Conference tonight as Leamington is on the road in Sarnia. We'll keep you updated on the out-of-town scoreboard between those 2 clubs. A game that we are watching because the Rockets, we mentioned how it could be Leamington, it could be London. London right now chasing Leamington from behind, and it looks like they're going to need some help in the schedule with some teams someone trying to find a way to beat the Leamington Flyers in the final week of the regular season.
Yeah, about the only pairing it seemed as we were looking at the standings that seems to be reasonably sure of being set is the 3-6 matchup of Chatham and Kamoka. And actually I shouldn't say that. Also, St. Mary's and LaSalle are just fighting for home ice.
Yeah.
It looks like they'll play each other in the first round. But yeah, London's kind of in the same boat Strathroy's in. They're going to have to win out and then hope Leamington loses at least one other game in order for London to finish in first place.
And the big matchup there is now Carson Perry. The final of the 5 graduating players to the ice here. Named captain this season for Strathroy to lead them through the 2021-2022 campaign. As mentioned, 120 junior hockey games under his belts, and going to have to try to lead this team into the playoffs and see if they can come away with an upset in round 1 as they get their picture taken with President and GM Kent Coleman on the ice. Already looks like a good crowd out here for this home game. We'll take it down now to ice levels. It looks like we're just about set for the national anthems in Strathroy. The puck drop to fall out here from the West Middlesex Memorial Center. So the anthem's complete, just about ready for hockey here in Strathroy. Noah Smith, Eldon Dunseith bringing you through this Saturday night matchup between the visiting St. Thomas Stars and the Strathroy Rockets here on the final Saturday home game of the regular season. The starting goaltenders tonight, Eldon for St. Thomas, it'll be Owen Wilmore getting the start. Wilmore recently up with the London Knights in the OHL and now getting the start in goal tonight for St. Thomas. For Strathroy, Tyler Buck will get to start in goal for the Rockets, looking to help them on this Saturday night, lead them to a win.
Wilmore buoyed by a couple of wins in the OHL. Playing for the Knights, a little bit of success for him in the absence of Brett Brochu, and he'll start here tonight for the Stars.
Face off down, and we are back underway here as it's back to Blake Hall for Strathroy. Now Spezial tries to play that one up, and right away we're going to get a whistle. We mentioned the starting lineup tonight, the 5 graduating players, and obviously a line that doesn't play together normally, Eldon. I wonder how long and if they'll stay together for the rest of this hockey game.
I think you're going to find that this was a one-off to start the game. That would be my guess. But very classy of Coach Williams nonetheless.
Of course, now the Stars will play it forward, chipped in at center. Trying to play that one inside of the Strathroy line. Back on, kicked, another chance on goal. Buck with an early save getting into the action here for Strathroy. Is now Carson Perry picked it up at his own blue line, knocked off his stick. Spezial up to center, turned over. Coming the other way, it's Roberts, knocked off his stick. Spezial with it for Strathroy, up through center, and the Rockets looking for a change early on here. St. Thomas dumped in off the stick and now chasing inside of the Rocket zone. Played behind. Cole Smith over to the right side. Dundas off the boards. This one's turned over. Weber tries to shovel it to the net there. Can't. Now a battle in the corner off to the right side of Buck. Played over to Owen Kindry. Kindry up through the middle. Has some space. Will carry it, get to center. And now he'll dump it in. Chipped past Nelson just inside of the St. Thomas line. Now the Stars will carry it up through center. Dumped in by Weber. Picked up by Ryan Marshall. Far side of the ice now. Right up front of the Rockets bench. Up to center. Piercy. Long pass over to Dundas. Dundas tried to chip that one in. Knocked off his stick and carried forward by Dobbin. Dobbin a dump in. Penalty on the way here. It'll be touched up. And St. Thomas will get an early chance on the power play. Just a minute and 23 seconds into this game.
An unnecessary trip in the neutral zone when you've got two defensemen back. No danger there at all. Dundas just put his stick in the skates. Down he went. And a minute 23 in, the Rockets are a man short.
St. Thomas, their first chance of the game to work on the power play. And right away getting the puck into the corner. Spinning, looking for some space. Sneddon now up to the point. Already looking for a shot. That one was tipped. It goes wide into the corner. Working around the perimeter. Amaral knocked off the stick there by Marshall. Up to the point for Girth. Girth looking shot. Blocked out front. Picked up and sent down the length of the ice here. The Rockets getting an early change on the penalty kill. Pass picked off, and they're offside on the play. That was Carson Perry picking up the dump out and putting the Rockets offside.
So close. Had Faulkner down low as well. Could have made an opportunity there, but he couldn't quite get to the line in time. Face-off will be just outside the blue line in front of the Stars bench.
Looking for an early shot on, and Piercy fires that one over top of the net. Tried to pick up his own rebound into the corner now. Piercy, this one's taken away. Tyler Alexander playing it up the boards. Jackson Phillips, this pass tipped over to the right side of the ice. Hall in the corner. Looking to play this one up to the point. Piercy bouncing around with Hubin. Right side, looking, shot on, and Buck will make the glove save and get the whistle.
Yeah, not much of an angle there. Nice save by Buck. 1:08 to go here in the power play for the Stars, whose power play has been absolutely lethal against Strathroy this season.
Yeah, 6th ranked power play in the entire Greater Ontario Junior Hockey League, 2nd in the West. Only behind the London Nationals. Far side of the ice now. Hash marks and now into the corner. Kindry will pick it up, fire it out, and off the stick all the way back into the St. Thomas zone.
Shows you the power play can be very important, but it isn't everything. They're the 2nd best in the Western Conference, but yet 7th in the standings.
Dumped into the corner there. Valentine up to the point. Now looking to Alexander. Alexander's pass. It's going to be wide and into the corner. Cycle back down low. Nobody there to pick it up for St. Thomas. Kindry the first one there for Strathroy. Now over to Smith. Out of his reach. Up to Alexander again. Hands it off. Walking out. Hubin. Alexander. Point shot tipped right out front of Buck, and he covers it up. Although the puck looked loose on the opposite side of the official who was down low.
I think even Buck thought he had it. He was down, glove facing the ice. He thought he had it. Unfortunately for the Stars, Pope, the referee, was on the wrong side as the puck lay just inches from the left pad of Tyler Buck.
Corner now up to McAlpine at the point. Hands it off. Looking shot from Emerald. That one stopped by Buck. Into the corner for Blake Hall. Hall with 2 stars on, taken away. Looking to the net there. That one knocked away. Emerald. Back down low behind the net. Now looking out front. That pass taken away. It's Elliston with it. Elliston will carry it up to center. Brings it into the offensive zone. Now cuts. Elliston looking. Shot. Scores! It's Michael Elliston sneaking it past Wilmore. 1-0 Strathroy.
That was a very heads-up play by Elliston as he came out of the defensive zone. He took a peek to see that the penalty was ending, and he just carried it in over the blue line, stepped to the center, and whistled a wrist shot just off the glove of Wilmore, but he couldn't handle it. And it's 1-0 Rockets.
Wilmore able to get a piece of it, but as you mentioned, snuck past him, and Elliston has the Rockets on the board first here. An early penalty, the penalty kill, and right after it expires, Strathroy getting on the board.
Couldn't ask for a better start.
Now down low, playing that one up. Coming through the middle, Kane Johnson back to Spezial, just out of his reach. Got a piece of it, no icing. Now Barnes. Back into the corner. Kane Johnson will pick it up. Back on the line here with Spezial and Pimentel to the corner. Hit up against the wall. Joseph plays it over to the near corner inside the St. Thomas zone. Ballantyne pass behind the net. They'll chip it out to center. Almost turned over there. Rockets looking to get it back. Johnson keeps it in. Johnson handing it off. Shot by Pimentel. Couldn't get it off. Just fanned it on it. Now up to Marshall. Marshall pinching in from the point. Into the corner. Pimentel return pass. Marshall up to the point. Spezial looking to the net for a shot there. That one tipped by Johnson. Kept in down low. Now from the point. Shot through again. Barnes has this one get past him and all the way back into the Strathroy zone. Quick play and a nice pass by Buck. Leaves it. Johnson takes a hit. Coming in there, losing it slightly was Elliston. Elliston waits just outside the scrum. Holds onto it. Nice spin move by Elliston. Hooked up a little bit there. Lost the puck. Stars will get it outside the zone, but not very far as Elliston quickly over to Smith. Smith steps inside the blue line and throws it back behind the Stars net. Played off the glass to Kindry at the blue line. Couldn't hold. Balaz coming in and blown down there.
And a hand pass.
Just shy of 5 minutes into the first period. And the face-off will be in the neutral zone out front of the Strathroy bench.
A lot of buzz in those blue jerseys already tonight. Good job on the penalty kill.
A dump in by the Stars. Takes a big hop right back out front. Cleared out, and that one looked like it got over the line, but the linesman rules it stayed in. Now Kindry. Bounce pass off the boards to Smith. Smith flipped up, gets it up to Cucci. Cucci to Faulkner. Faulkner at center. Dumped in off the boards. Hogarth, first one to get there behind the net, but he's tied up. Kindry keeping it in at the blue line. Cucci now with it. Cucci held on the backhand now. Looks for a pass in front. Hogarth couldn't handle it. Dobbin to the blue line. Hogarth again. Spins, fired, had a little bit more space than I think he realized, and now it's going to be dumped down the ice by St. Thomas. Kindry the first one to get there for Strathroy. Pass over top of the stick of Ty Johnson. Pins a man up against the wall. Puck comes loose. Cucci at center now. Carries it. Pass over to Faulkner on the left side. Dumped in. And Calpine. A little bit of a tie up there. Dobbin. Flipped up. Weber. In across the blue line. Shot. That one blocked. Johnson cleared off the boards and out. And the Stars regrouping here. Fresh set of legs out on the ice and now sent down the ice. No icing here as Hall's there to get it. Johnson over to Piercy. Piercy, long pass. Nelson tipped onto his stick, chasing it down. Dundas right side. Dundas looks out front for a pass. That one's knocked away. Piercy with it now, trying to pick it up. Hall can't get the shot off. Nelson one fires it off the post. Bounces on top of the net there and then knocked off by the defender. Dundas shot well wide of the blocker's side of the net. Wilmore looked that one into the corner. Nelson against McNair trying to get the puck loose. Now McNair again, and that one is going to go off a stick into the netting and out of play.
Every line out there so far in this game for the Rockets has spent time in the offensive zone, save for the penalty kill, of course, but a penalty kill can really provide some momentum for a team, and it only took about 4 seconds after the expiry of that penalty to get the goal.
Played into the corner now. Stars back with it. Girth almost lost it. Had Elliston right on him. Flips it up to the middle. Perry tried to knock down the pass. Chip past the defender. Kidder will chase into the corner here for the Stars. Barnes playing the body, trying to knock the puck loose. Kidder up to Ballantyne. Looking, shot through traffic. That one hits a man. Rebound chance at the side for Kidder. Couldn't get a shot off. Played back out front, and that one knocked away off the stick of Watson. Girth now, it's the St. Thomas zone, and Elliston just at the line there, called on the offside. 12:50 to go here in period number one. Rockets on the board first, 1-0.
Wilmore was in uniform last night for the Knights at Budweiser Gardens. So back-to-back, two different teams, two different nights.
Face off, one back. Now Faulkner with it. Faulkner looking for a shot, and that one off the stick of Alexander and over top of the glass out of play. That'll be tough for a goalie playing on back-to-backs, especially when you go from major junior back down to junior B.
I'd rather go that way than the other way, I think. Last night playing against the junior B team and then today playing against like the Kitchener Rangers.
shot from the point by Smith. Hits Faulkner right in the skates. Faulkner got it back, but then he fanned on the pass back to himself, and now the Rockets have to take it back inside their own zone. Smith and Kindry playing catch. Faulkner now. Tip to Hogarth. Hogarth to center. Throws one in on Wilmore. Took a little bit of a hop on him out front. Made the save. Into the corner now. Trying to pick that one back up. Cucci and Faulkner right up against the boards there. And it's flipped over top of the defender out to center. Smith with Mazza right on him. Hands it over to Owen Kindry. And now Kindry with some space will skate it out from the Strathroy zone. Pass Smith left side. Smith the center will dump it in. And now they'll both look for a change. Hogarth in the corner for Strathroy. Look, out front, gets it. Shot by Cucci. That one stopped by Wilmore. Puck still inside the Stars zone. And now finally Amaral will pick it up, carry it up to center. Mazza, left side, looking back to Amaral. Knocked off his stick. Coming in and dumping that one in is Catrice. Rockets in possession. Faulkner from center. Long shot on. Glove down by Owen Wilmore. And St. Thomas now back the other way. From the blue line, pass up to center, holding on to it. Cuban, left side, up against the wall, just chips it down low. Dobbin behind the net. Puck taken away from him by Hall. Chipped up to Spezial. Spezial will poke it forward, onto the stick, Pimentel. Pimentel to Kane Johnson. Holds it, stays on side, taken into the corner now. Pimentel with Spezial in to help him out. Pimentel with it. Up to the blue line, knocked off his stick. Tries to keep it in here for the Rockets, but it's knocked away by Hubin. Gets that one over. Hubin back across the blue line, poking it towards the net. Johnson off into the corner before a big hit jars the puck loose. Hubin down low. Now up to the point. Catrice blocked. Strathroy trying to get out of their own zone here as we approach the halfway mark here this opening period. Point shot. Girth, that one's going to go wide of the blocker side. There to pick it up again. Looking. Catrice back down low, looking out front. Hubin couldn't find it. From the point, Girth on a backhand. Dobbin behind the net. Looks for a reverse pass on the backhand. Still has it behind the Strathroy net. Now Dobbin will get it in the corner. Dobbin with it now. Tied up against the wall. Hubin comes in to help him out. Ty Johnson will handle that puck for Strathroy before being tied up against the wall. Kane, his brother, waits, and he's the one to get the puck as he hands it over to Hall. Pass right out front. Turned over, looking to the net, poked away by Buck. Strathroy running around a little bit inside their own zone here. 10-10 to go in the first. Snedden held on to, back behind the net, looking pass out front. Good chance. That one stopped by Buck and goes into the corner. Snedden back down low, tipped on it, up to the point. Nice pass looking. Chance shot, Ballantyne. That one goes wide. Spezial in the corner to pick it up for Strathroy. Recognizes that he just needs to get it out, forces it out to center, and a tired group for the Rockets looking for a change here.
That's probably the most hemmed in they've been so far in the first period.
It's Nelson working it through center, into the Star zone, back on Ballantyne behind the net here, trying to jar the puck loose, he does. Held on to. Now the Stars back in possession. Nelson lost his stick, puck cleared out to center, Marshall knocks it down. Knocking down his man McNair as well as McNair came in for the hit. Stars will set up behind their net. Snedden looks for a pass, holds, can't find one. Almost picked off there by Piercy. Ballantyne flipped up into the air. Barnes trying to settle it down. Can't hold on to it. Looking pass out front. Another chance there. They couldn't get a shot off. Up to Girth. Girth at the top of the circle. Now his shot, it's going to be blocked, and Piercy's going to be a foot race forward against Alexander. He's going to hold on to it here. Dundas works to the net, backhander on. Wilmore makes the save, now back out front and bouncing around. And Wilmore will cover up and get the whistle with 8:43 to go in the period.
Great job by Piercy to stay on side after he won the race and chipped the puck ahead. He probably almost pulled a groin trying to stay on side. Led to the opportunity on goal. Put the pucks toward the net. You never know which way it's going to bounce. And Wilmore had to be aware.
Face off, and now back to the Strathroy blue line here for Smith. Kindry, now Carson Perry. Perry up through the middle of the ice. It's Perry at the blue line. Perry looking for a shot. That one, as he picks it up behind the net. Chance out front, backhander on, and that one goes wide. Chance for Alexander to clear as Tyler Alexander gets it up to the center ice line. Watson up against the wall. Elliston Back to Kindry. Strathroy at their own zone and sending a man into the wall there as Braden Joseph lost an edge. Balaz looking for a shot. That one goes off a stick, and Joseph gets it right back here for the Stars. Takes a big hit right up front of the St. Thomas bench as the shot goes on. A piece of it buck and over top of the glass, out of play.
Braden Joseph having kind of a tough shift there. In basketball terms, I call that breaking ankles down in the far corner to get out. He slid into the boards and then he took a big hit in front of his own bench. I think he's just glad for the rest.
Face off to the right side of the Strathroy goal, and buck as Barnes will clear that one up, and now foot race for it. There to pick it up comes Cucci. Cucci on the backhand, lost it into the corner. Taking a hit there, drawing the puck loose. Now turned over at the blue line. Barnes walks in with a shot, and that one goes off a stick and over top of the glass, out of play.
Great hustle by Cucci there, but an equally nice job by McAlpine to knock that puck and prevent the pass across, because that was a 2-on-1. Unfortunately for Cucci there, he's on the backhand, which is a much tougher pass to make.
Wilmore looks off to his left. That's where the face-off is, inside of the St. Thomas zone. Stars will win it back. Rimmed around the boards, up to Ty Johnson at the blue line. Johnson's pass, now down low. Hogarth looking back. Faulkner with a shot. That one blocked. It didn't make it to the net. Now battling to try and hold on to it and regain possession. Hogarth's shot into the corner now. Battling with it, Cucci at the line. Man right on him is Amaral. Amaral got the puck loose as the Stars will bring it out to center. That's as far as they'll get it. Faulkner, a move at the line there, and he lost it. Amaral back out to the middle. Big hit there. Mazza into the far left side corner here. Strathroy will just clear off the stick of Cucci and back to the St. Thomas zone. Lots of quick pressure here to start this hockey game. Amaral in across the blue line there, coming in there with a hit as that one gets the puck loose, and now Piercy will carry it up to center ice across the red line and dumping that one in. Wilmore rimmed around the boards. Right there to pick it up here for St. Thomas, but unable to go anywhere was Jack Weber. Alexander, bounce pass off the boards to Girth. Girth, long lead pass, breaking in here, trying to break in, taken away off the puck, still holding on, chance, and Buck, that one sneaks past him. The Stars score, it's tied at 1.
It hit the bottom bar and shot right back out. Not a whole lot Buck could do there. Jackson Dobbin came in and he was alone in front of the net when the pass came back, and he buried it past Tyler Buck. And we're tied at 1.
Quite the chance there for the Stars, and they don't miss. Now this game is tied at 1 apiece. A conversation now.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening over here.
The officials at the St. Thomas bench explaining something.
When that first started, it looked like a bit of a scolding, to be honest. We have a goalie change happening. I'm not.
So Wilmore now, he's not hurt per se.
No, I don't know. I'm not sure what happened there, but they're forcing the backup goaltender to come in. We'll see what happens at the next whistle.
Tyler Roberts now will be into the game for St. Thomas.
Yeah, and Wilmore is standing at the bench, so he fully expects to come back in. And that right there is why in the OHL and NHL, that is a penalty. Because the defenseman, on purpose, just flipped the puck into the netting to get a whistle so that Wilmore could come back in. At this level, it's not, unless it's the goaltender who does it. But that's why that's a penalty at higher levels, because there was no way that wasn't intentional.
Face-off now off to the right of Wilmore, who is back into the St. Thomas net after taking about 20 seconds off. Marshall looking for a point shot. That one tipped wide into the corner. Pressure going to force the puck loose here as the Stars will bring it out. Pass right side, McNair. McNair looking back to the middle. Can't get a shot off. He does, and it goes over top of the net and out of play. Strathroy will get a change. 5:53 to go here in the first. This game tied at 1 now after the Goal by the Stars just a couple of minutes ago. Pass by Pimentel just out of his reach. Now picking it up. Sneddon will dump it in. Stars will chase. Just out of the reach, trying to chase it down was Jackson Phillips from the corner now. Puck out front. Good chance. Shot on. That one stopped by Buck. Picked up by Blake Hall, and Hall will just flip it out and into the St. Thomas penalty box there and get the whistle. 5:31 to go here in the first.
So just learning here why that switch was made and why the official forced Wilmore to come out. After the Stars scored, often the goaltender will be involved in the handshake line, but they'll come to him. It would appear that Wilmore went to the bench. He was too far out of the net, and the official made him switch. Which seems a little over officious. I get the rule, but man, come on.
Didn't hurt the Stars as Wilmore back into the net. Roberts got his 15 seconds of game action. Phillips now down low here for the Stars. They're trying to pick it up. Knocked away. Over to Hall. Hall in the corner. Up. Balaz to the line, and that one finally flipped out. Now onto the stick of Perry. Perry in across the blue line. Perry toe drag move. Ticked off his stick. Almost right to Elliston, but here come back the other way the Stars. Catrice poked away. Balaz will pick it up, and now the Rockets have numbers coming back up ice. Pass tipped. Elliston just out of his reach. Rockets will have to take it back to center. Long lead pass. This one out of the reach of Balaz on goal. Wilmore is going to keep it alive here. Pass. Balaz looking back out front for Perry, and he couldn't find it onto the tape. Girth with it. Off to the left side in the St. Thomas corner. Up. Didn't get any further than the Stars bench's Kindry intercepted it and dumped it right back in. Now here's Girth up to the line to center. Takes the pass back himself. Cucci, who's playing back here on this shift, gets the pass over just out of the reach of Elliston. Now on a bouncing puck, trying to settle that one down. Ballantyne. Girth with it again. Pass. Ballantyne through center. Across the logo, now at the blue line. Left side. Knocked off the stick of Roberts. Held again, looking to the net. Rebound chance out front. They couldn't poke it in as the puck stays out. Stars in possession. Up to the point. There to try and get it back. Faulkner looking. Cucci, left side. Cucci held, looking, shot. That one stopped by Wilmore. Puck still in possession here, and now the Stars will get it back. Fire down the ice, and that one will be an icing against St. Thomas. 3:38 to go here in the first.
Nicholas Mazza is going to lose some sleep over that opportunity. The puck was laying at the side of the net, and Buck was not in great position after a rebound, and he just couldn't find a way to bury it for the Stars.
Hogarth in the face-off dot against Tristan Roberts. Now up to the blue line. Barnes looking for a shot to the net there. Wasn't on goal. Battle in the corner, trying to get the puck loose. Poked away. Cucci, now Hogarth back into the corner for Faulkner. Faulkner looks out front. Good chance for a shot there, Hogarth, and that one was blocked before it made it to the net. Cucci with it again. Cuts himself back over left side. Marshall couldn't corral the pass. Hands it behind the net for Hogarth. Hogarth taken away. Faulkner. A hit into the corner there. This is going to draw a call. And as soon as it's touched up, it will be a penalty against St. Thomas, and Strathroy will get a power play opportunity.
Tyler Alexander going to be heading to the box for the Stars. The signal I see here is for tripping. As you said, this will send the Rockets to the power play for the first time in this period with 3:04 to go.
Yeah, it went into the boards weird there, but it was a trip and then I think a little bit of a push after, but nonetheless, it's Strathroy's first power play of the game here, as Alexander into the box for tripping. Up to the point, Barnes. Perry trying to hold on to it there. It's going to be cleared off the boards and out. Buck will come out of his net to play the puck as he does into the corner. Now no one else. Right side, Ellison will gain some speed, get to center, and dump that one in around the boards. Balaz, chip behind the net. Perry trying to come in there and get the puck. Lost an edge, now battles to try and get back up to his feet. At the point, Elliston. Balaz to try and help. Lost in the snow at the side of the bench, picked up. Good chance, Balaz, now heel spin. Get some space open, Balaz. Down low, puck turned over and cleared down the ice here as Buck's out of his net to stop that one here. The Rockets will have to set up again.
Carson Perry's headed to the bench. That's twice he fell on his own on that shift.
Pass comes over to Elliston. Elliston now at center ice across the logo. Will try to bring it in and set things up here for Strathroy. Throws it off the boards behind the net. Balaz. He'll spin. Taken into the wall. A little bear hug behind the net. Looking up to the point. Elliston to Smith. Smith straight away to the left side for Nelson. Nelson holds. Didn't like how it was shaping up. Circled back. Now top of the circle at the boards. Pass. Try to go over to Elliston. Elliston blocks it on the dump out and keeps the possession in favor of Strathroy. And now that one sent down the ice. And Strathroy down to their final 25 seconds here, the man advantage.
Changing it up for the line that they're going to want on once the power play's over.
It's Hogarth carrying it up across center, now in across the blue line. One move, lost it. Into the corner. Trying to cycle it down low. Johnson with it, up to Smith. Smith looking, point shot on. That one tipped, and Wilmore able to scoop it up with the glove on its way to the net and get the whistle. 4 seconds to go on the Strathroy power play.
Pucks toward the net. That's how you get tips. Nice play there by Wilmore, though. He was moving left to right, but the tip was high enough out in the slot that he was able to reach with his left hand and catch that.
1:08 to go here in the first. 4 seconds left on the Strathroy man advantage. Puck out front. Now up to Hall at the point. Hall's point shot. That one was tipped. Blocked out front. Now another chance on, and that one kicked aside and over top of the net. Now Hogarth with it again. He fires a shot through. That one over top of the goal. Picked up. Cucci right side trying to shovel the puck towards the net. Finally the Stars will clear. It's dumped out past the boards, and Hall will pick it up for Strathroy. Over to Hogarth right in front of the Rockets bench. Now Roberts. Back to Hicks. Hicks to Girth. Girth carrying it up right into the skates of Robert. Almost turned it over. Mazza with it. Mazza looking for a shot coming through, and that one over top of the net, and this will draw a little bit of a crowd. It's Tristan Roberts who kind of went into Buck there on his way through the net.
Speaking of twins. Tristan and Tyler Roberts on the Stars. Tyler Roberts, as you said, got 15 seconds of playing time. Backup goaltender tonight for the Stars.
33.9 left here on this opening period. Score tied at 1 in the face-off off to the right side of Buck in the Strathroy end. Cuban kicked out of the drop. Weber will draw in for St. Thomas from the corner. Weber with it now on his forehand, knocked away. Now Balaz able to get it up to the Strathroy line. Marshall to center, and he'll dump one in on Wilmore. Wilmore will play it off to his left. Alexander firing it off the glass and out. Takes a nice hop onto the stick there, carrying it forward. Cuban and Dobbin a step ahead of the play offside against St. Thomas.
Dobbin just coasted ahead a little too quick. Killed that rush by Hubin. Lucky break there for the Rockets as the Rockets change up the D pair for the last 14.8.
Smith, quick pass, trying to get it up to Kindry at center. Malaz in there to help him out, but he took a hit coming across the line. Dobbin now at the line. 4 seconds to go, and that one will be blown down once again. So we'll have to do one more face-off here in the first period. This one in the neutral zone. Right down in front of us here in the press box. Nick Cuban and Carson Perry, and they're just going to tie it up. One back to Hicks inside of the St. Thomas zone, and the horn will go to end period number 1. The Rockets got on the board first thanks to Michael Elliston, and then the Stars battled back. They have tied this game at 1, and that's how we sit after our first 20 minutes of play.
Great first half of the first period for the Rockets. Early penalty kill created some momentum. Michael Elliston opened the scoring. But the Stars did battle back, and kind of a broken play, a nice, actually, I wouldn't even call it a total broken play. It was a great stretch pass to set up the opportunity for the Stars. They didn't score on the initial rush, but as the play broke down, I think it was, what did I say, it was Dobbin on the goal? Yeah, he just came in and, he was alone in the slot when the puck came back out, and Buck didn't have a chance, and here we are, tied at 1, headed to the second.
First period scoring summary is Michael Elliston at the 3:27 mark of the opening period to give the Rockets the 1-0 lead. And then, as you mentioned, Dobbin at the 13:35 mark, about 10 minutes later, tying this game at 1 apiece for the Stars and the Rockets, and that's where we sit as we head to the first intermission. The out-of-town scoreboard, one other game in the Western Conference. About 6 minutes to go in the second period in Sarnia. Leamington leads by a score of 2-0. Goals by McNally and Connor McPherson to give them the 2-0 lead. Here in Strathroy, we are all tied at 1 after the first period of play. We'll go ahead and we'll take the break. You're listening to Strathroy Rockets hockey and watching on hockeytv.com. The following live broadcast of Strathroy Rockets hockey is made possible thanks to our generous sponsors. Andy's Legendary Pizza, located at 10 Metcalf Street West in Strathroy. Commonwealth Financial, located at 370 Albert Street in Strathroy and online at commonwealthfinancial.ca. Carpet One Floor and Home, located at 325 Caradoc Street South in Strathroy. All Season Concrete, located just outside Strathroy, and visit them online at allseasonconcrete.ca. MNP Accounting, Consulting and Tax Services, located at 6 Front Street in downtown Strathroy. And by Middlesex Chiropractic. Visit them at 117 Thomas Street in Strathroy. The following is a live presentation of Strathroy Rockets hockey. Aspro's in alone. Daniel Aspro, breakaway, scores! That's to the net here, still has it. Over to the side, center, scores! Well, we welcome you back here inside of the West Middlesex Memorial Center. We'll get you set for period number 2 here in Strathroy between the visiting St. Thomas Stars and the hometown Strathroy Rockets. Noah Smith, Eldon Dunseith bringing you through the action here. And Eldon, that first period of play saw the Rockets get out to a very good start in the game, an early penalty kill, and then a quick goal right after by Michael Elliston to put them up 1-0. About as good as a start as you could ask for in a game.
Well, it didn't certainly look that way when $1:23 in, they were shorthanded. But again, very heads-up play by Elliston as the penalty was ending. He did take a peek over toward the penalty box to see Dundas was coming over the boards. Didn't matter. Skated right into the offensive zone, cut to the right, and a wrist shot, which Owen Wilmore did get a chunk of, but not all of it. And it ended up in the net to give the Rockets the 1-0 lead at the time, which they ultimately coughed up on the goal by Jackson Dobbin.
Yeah, about 10 minutes later, it was a short break pass to Human. He couldn't get the shot off right away, went into the corner behind the net there, passed it out front, and Dobbin, about as good as a chance you could get, and he didn't make any mistake beating Buck to put the Stars on the board and tie this hockey game at 1, and that is where we sit after our first 20 minutes of play on this Saturday night. The out-of-town scoreboard, we touched on it there before we went to break, and once again here at the end of 2 periods of play in Sarnia, Leamington leads by a score of 2-0. Leamington, of course, doing everything they can to try and finish the top of the Western Conference here. And basically, if they just do it themselves, if they hold on to their own destiny, Eldon, they keep winning games, and they are going to finish atop the Western Conference here in this 2022 season.
Always a good thing to clinch home ice throughout the playoffs.
We'll keep you updated on that one as we go along here as the teams get set and ready to make their way back out to the ice and ready for this second period of play. Shots on goal in that opening period. We touched on them there for Strathroy, 11 for St. Thomas, 9. A very back and forth first period of play. Both teams getting their chances. Not a whole lot of waiting around in your own zone, I noticed in that first period. Making their way up ice very quick and trying to get into the rush as quickly as possible. See if that mentality changes here as we get set for period number 2.
It was a pretty evenly played first period, I think. The Stars never, I mean, they had a couple of down low, pressure shifts. But apart from the goal by Dobbin, after that, both teams just kind of back and forth, kind of a chance at each end here and there, but nothing really substantive either way. And we'll see if either one of these teams here in the second comes out and asserts themselves.
So Buck will make his way to the net on the left side. Wilmore already in place on the right side of the ice here as we get set for the second period. Another good crowd out here at the West Middlesex Memorial Center on this Saturday night. Final Saturday night home game of the regular season. Strathroy will host Kamoka on Tuesday night for their final home game of the regular season, and then make one final trip to Leamington on Thursday to take on the Flyers in the regular season finale. After that, they will likely have a week off before facing what will either be London on the Wednesday or Leamington on the Thursday night, a week after their final regular season game. So the good news, Eldon, for this Rockets club is that regardless of how it plays out, they will get a close to a week or a week off between their final regular season game and their first playoff game.
Absolutely.
Puck is down and we're underway here to start the second. Quickly coming in there, Amaral lost the puck and goes hard into the boards. Barnes trying to pick it up, and in there to scoop up the puck is Cucci. Cross center. In across the offensive line. Looks to the net there. That puck knocked away. Now back out front for Cucci as some shoves in the puck off into the corner, but the net comes off there right behind Wilmore. It was Hogarth right into the corner there with Christian Roberts.
Meanwhile, Cucci and Alexander were kind of giving it to each other out in front, but by the time it was done, I think they were laughing, a little tap on the pants, and away they went.
Just 19 seconds into the second period of play. One back into the corner. Hicks trying to settle it down. Lots of space there. Up to the point, and this one taken away. Rockets get it back into the slot. Coochie, and he's got 2 men on him. Couldn't get the shot off. Now Hogarth with it back into the net, and Wilmore makes the save. Puck into the corner. Now up to the line. Hogarth shot blocked. Back out to center. Barnes the only man back there for Strathroy. And now back into the Stars zone as Coochie goes into the corner. Tries to leave it there. Hicks rimmed around the boards. Up to the line. Kept in by Marshall. Dropped left. Coochie tries to go for Hogarth down low. Marshall there to pick it up. Fires one to the net. It's over top of the goal. Barnes, who's pinching in from the blue line, had that one knocked off his stick. Up to Coochie. Couldn't hold the line. Has to dump it back in. The Rockets are offside, but they're getting a line change on the play.
They're still offside. There we go.
Hogarth, who's right to the bench, and now coming through the middle. Hicks knocked away. Balaz up to Perry. Perry in across the blue line there. Holds onto it, throws it off the boards. Johnson, and they're going to get called. There's too many men on the ice here.
I don't know who called it.
It was the official that was
back
kind of back at the blue
referee.
line there.
Yeah.
Johnson came off the bench and made a play on the puck before the line change was complete.
Balaz heads to the box to serve the bench minor.
Not much argument from the Rockets bench.
No.
Certainly the right call. It's just the puck was well away from the bench. That's where I think it caught a lot of people off guard.
Happens a lot when guys are changing. Somebody picks the puck up right away. But yeah, that's why I wasn't sure who called it, because the puck wasn't really in the area.
By the time Ty Johnson, who came onto the ice as the change had touched the puck, he was almost at the center ice circle there, which, albeit here in Strathroy, isn't the furthest away, maybe 15 feet or so, but nonetheless, there's now a shorthanded chance back the other way. Perry now looking for a pass back there. The shot will go well wide by Noah Nelson, bounces off the boards, and Roberts will come forward here for St. Thomas. Roberts on the left side, looks to the middle of the ice there, knocked away to Amaral at the point. Valentine, left side of the offensive zone, now bottom of the circle, into the corner, rimmed around the boards. Roberts, other side, Perry locked the stick out of the hands there, and a penalty will negate the rest of the St. Thomas power play.
Jackson Phillips is not happy about it, but he will head to the box. 2 minutes for slashing. For several years now, that's been a thing. If you come down on the stick and knock it out of somebody's hands, 99 times out of 100, the arm's going to go up. So only 42 seconds of power play time elapsed for the Stars before they evened it up here, and it'll be 4-on-4 for a minute 18.
You always like to say the evidence is laying on the ice right
DNA
in front
evidence
of you,
on the ice, yep.
Is exactly the case there as Perry stood with his arms up in the air, his stick laying on the ice in front of him, but we'll play 4-on-4 here for the next minute 5. Stars in their own zone trying to clear. Now picking it up from the wall, up through the middle of the ice, past Kindry and Snedden. Smith will chase it down, opposite side. Now out front, almost a dangerous pass there, but Kindry will pick it up for the Rockets. Looking to the middle, tip just at center. Wilmore well out of his net to play the puck here. Almost turned it over, but Elliston had that one go right through his skates. Pass, Weber got a piece of it just across center. No icing here for the Stars.
They got a break there. He was well short of the red line.
Girth now held on to. Christian Girth looking to the net. Chance out front. Good move there, and he put it wide into the corner. Kindry now playing it off the wall. Rockets looking to get possession back. Ellison now poked to the net there. Good chance out front, but unable to get a shot off was Weber. As the Rockets back in possession here. Down to a dozen seconds to go here, a 4-on-4 hockey. Then the Rockets will get a chance on the power play. Just over 40 seconds of power play time. Hubin poked past his stick. Now quick pass up to him at center. Steps it inside of the Strathroy zone. Out of the box, onto the ice is Balaz, and the Rockets now on the power play for 35 seconds. Well out of his net, up to the point, Kindry knocked down that dump out by Wilmore. Into the corner, Balaz will chase. It's Balaz to Nelson, up to Barnes. Barnes looking across, slap pass to Marshall. Able to get a stick on it here. Holds onto it, looking, knocked away right off of Nelson. Hits off the official on the way out there. And second chance effort will clear the puck by Hubin. 8 seconds to go here, and then we'll be back to 5-on-5 hockey Rockets at their own line, so that'll just about do it. Now the time is off. Back out onto the ice here, and we're back to even strength. This one cleared up to the line and out to center. There to pick it up. Coming in now, Barnes. Barnes into the corner, down low. Tries to hold on to it before the hit jars the puck loose. Pass back out through the middle. Barnes couldn't get a shot off. Now from the point. Chance at the side of the goal there. Elliston couldn't corral the pass. Up to Balaz. Balaz trying to poke that one free. Picks it up in the corner, Balaz does. Takes a hit. Tied up Alexander trying to get the puck loose here for the Stars. They're knocking the puck down up to the point for Blake Hall. Hall walks across the line. Now Hall looking to the net there. That one's going to go wide of the right pad of Wilmore. Stars will pick it up and they'll clear back out to center. About 5 minutes gone here to start this second period. No one else in. Up to Pimentel. Pimentel knocked away from him, and the Rockets completing a change on the back end here is Ty Johnson. Couldn't pick up that pass. Emerald tried to make a move to get past him, but a nice defensive play to get it away. And now a pass just out of the reach of Spezial down the ice, and an icing against Strathroy, and they'll have to bring that line change back out onto the ice.
Yeah, that's the right call there. Nelson coming back out, bringing a water bottle down, it looks like, for Tyler Buck. Face-off will be to the right of Buck. Down to our left.
Up to the blue line. Catrice will dump it back in for the Stars. Trying to play with some possession here now. Back down low. A little reaction from the bench there. The Stars as Pimentel took a tumble on a hit. Plays it back over to Ty Johnson at center, and Ty Johnson will dump it in. Rattles around a little bit up to the blue line. Here comes Kidder. Kidder across center will dump it in on a backhand. Buck knocks it down with the paddle. Johnson to pick it up on his forehand. Cycles it back down low for Blake Hall. Around the boards. Spezial gets the puck back and now hands it off to Blake Hall. Hall right up through the middle. Splits the D and got it out to center, but couldn't get it any further. Now there he is again trying to play the puck. Pimentel. Pass. Johnson. Left side. Across the line. Nice hit there to get the puck away. And back out into the Strathroy zone. Ty Johnson. Pass to Kane. Kane looking to the net there. Pimentel tipped out front. Spezial couldn't pick it up. Stars will get it. It's going to be cleared off the boards there by Braden Joseph. So back into the Strathroy zone again here. Now the Rockets will have to make their way up ice. Pass intended for Spezial. Catrice picked it off and he'll dump it in. Kindry now into the corner. Battling here. Snedden right up against the wall. In possession. Taken away by the Rockets here. Pass up to the blue line. Able to get it over to Spezial right side. Into the offensive zone. Wide into the corner for Spezial. Kane Johnson in to try and dig it out. Pass right out front. Losing an edge. Flipped up into the air. Knocked down by Cole Smith. Smith at center. Holds to Hogarth. Hogarth dumped in off his stick there. Stars will cover behind their net here. Poked off the boards. Wilmore with it. To Tristan Girth. Girth around the boards. All the way up. McNair, who's right off the bench, will dump it in for St. Thomas. 12:48 to go here in the second period. Still tied at 1. Down low. Up to Girth now. Girth right up against the wall. Cucci tries to pick it up and fire a pass out to center to Faulkner. It'll be dumped back in by the Stars. Stopped by Tyler Buck, and now the Rockets will settle it down behind their net. The breakout pass. Up, it's to Hogarth. Hogarth, he'll dump it in. Over top of the net, now trying to reach. Chance on a shot there. Faulkner got a lot on that one. It was stopped by Wilmore. Up to the point. Tapped in. Back down low. Faulkner behind the net now. Faulkner looks for a blind pass out front. Alexander picked it up for the Stars, and now that one's turned over. Looking for a chance through, and a shot fired wide. It'll bounce off the boards and all the way back out to center for Mazza. Mazza looking left side for a pass to the middle. This one knocked around. Good chance there on that one. Fired wide of the net. Held on to top of the circle. Poked off the stick by Faulkner. Faulkner into the offensive zone. Faulkner looking. Couldn't get a shot off there. Was poked away. In to help him out is Barnes. He's pinned up against the wall. Faulkner trying to dig the puck loose there. Official looks just outside. Now Faulkner with it. From the corner, up to the point. Dundas looking for a shot through traffic. That one hit a man out front and went well wide. And now Faulkner, a couple of words coming back down ice with Marcus Hicks. The Stars have broken inside. Pass, right side. Dundas will chase it down. It's going to be a race for it, and he ran into the official. Tries to throw it back out front, and Wilmore will have to cover that one up and get the whistle.
It's the second time Pope. It was Webb last time. But Pope this time, the second time that a referee has been in the way of a Rocket trying to get to a puck in this period.
That time Dundas was trying to chase down a puck inside of the St. Thomas zone. The official right in his path. Dundas now behind the net. It will be Nelson to pick it up in the far corner. Leaves it down low for Dundas. Piercy in there to help him out. Piercy's pass looking forward out front. Stars will pick it up. They get it to center. That's as far as they'll get it. As now Blake Hall's pass is off the stick of Piercy. Nelson throws a hit. Now back coming into the middle. Pass just out of the reach into the Strathroy zone now. Hall, big collision there as the two of them meet right up against the board. Now a shot through traffic and glove down by Buck as he makes the save. 10:36 to go here in the second.
Now some conversations. The physical play has picked up in this period a little bit. Lots of, cheering from both benches when somebody from the other team falls. Fans now starting to get involved.
Back behind the Strathroy net. Perry entangled in some sticks, but he's able to get it off the boards and out. Now a long shot fired on from outside the blue line. Glove down by Buck. Play will keep on here. Smith, now Perry to Kindry around the boards. Ellison tried to chip it out. Puck stays in. Held on to here, down low. McNair, Perry pickpocketed there, trying to get it back. Right up against the wall. Those two continuing to battle, and now a penalty coming on the play here. A cross check, and we'll have a power play at 10:02 to go in the second.
Yeah, Patterson McNair with a cross check, and it was unnecessary as much as it was dangerous. Webb was maybe 6 or 8 feet from it, so it was an easy call. And as you said, with 10:02 to go here in the second period, the Rockets are going to go on a power play. The last time they had one, they only got 42 seconds on the back end of a 4-on-4. But here they'll have the full 2 minutes.
Looking for their first chances. It's up to Michael Elliston at the point. Stars trying to pressure them right away. Elliston looking for a shot through traffic. That one was blocked and quickly cleared down the ice. Buck's well out of his net to play it here for Strathroy with Nick Cuban right on him. Elliston. Back to Barnes. Now to Nelson, who steps into the offensive zone. Pass, Charlie Barnes looking, tipped on goal there by Perry. Perry trying to pick it up, hands it over. Balaz, Elliston. Now Balaz again, top of the circle, works his way up to the blue line, hands it off down low for Carson Perry. Perry, return pass, Balaz looking, shot on, that one stopped. Picked up again here by Balaz, grabs his own rebound. Back behind the net for Perry. Perry trying to pick it up. This one will be fired down the ice, and with a minute to go here on the power play, the Rockets will have to start from their own zone. Here's Michael Elliston. He's across the logo at center, weaves his way through Stars. Elliston looking for a shot, and that one will go off a stick and into the netting. Out of play, 52 seconds to go on the man advantage.
Yeah, that would have gone into the owner's box, as we call it, had there been no netting. But yeah, I telegraphed that wrist shot, deflected easily up and out of play.
Face-off off to Wilmore's left side. Faulkner now up against the boards, gets it up to Blake Hall. Now to Kindry left side. Kindry looking through traffic. That one might have been tipped. It was stopped by the pad of Wilmore and quickly cleared back out to center by the Stars. Hogarth with a chip pass. Tried to go to Faulkner, bounced over top of his stick, and now Kindry and Hall will get it back at the Strathroy blue line. Dumped in on the backhand by Hogarth. Valentine, quick pass. Girth looking, and a quick dump in will send the puck back down into the Strathroy zone. Buck putting it over to Hall. Hall, he'll skate this one himself. Now a quick pass over to the left side. Hogarth again. Hogarth coming in with a shot. That one blocked right into the shins Picked up again as he comes through, up to the blue line. Rockets in possession. Faulkner holds, leaves it for Kindry. Kindry evaluates the situation, gets it over to Faulkner, top of the circle, comes back to Kindry. Kindry looking for a shot through traffic, hits off the post. Rebound looking for a chance for Faulkner, couldn't get the shot off, and it'll be chipped off his stick by Emerald and down the ice. Penalty over here, back to even strength, 7:45 to go here in the second.
Best chance they had was after the power play ended. Shot snuck its way through and hit the goalpost on the left side for Wilmore. But
here's Faulkner in across the blue line. Toe drag, knocked away. There to pick it up, Hogarth. Hogarth spins, fires, and that one hits off the side of the net and goes out of play. Good chance there for the Rockets once again. 7.5 minutes to go here in the second period.
puck's on net, toward the net. Never the worst play to shoot the puck. I'd rather see them, if they've got no other play, to put the puck toward the net.
Kane Johnson and Sneddon in to take the draw. It's one back by Johnson and quickly dumped back in by the Rockets. Wilmore stops that one. Keeps the play alive here as that one's played off the glass and out. Bouncing puck. It'll be on goal here and no chance for Buck. He's just got to cover that one up, so it'll bring the face-off into the Strathroy zone.
Alexander pumped that off the glass and out. I can't believe that it didn't miss the glass. The glass is so short there. Great job by him to get the puck down. Right on Tyler Buck. Taking no chances in a 1-1 game.
Face-off, one back by the Rockets. Barnes has it in the corner. He'll throw it off the glass himself and get it out, but it'll find its way into the St. Thomas bench to get a whistle. I've been surprised tonight by both of these goalies playing the puck. They're not covering up a lot of chances at the side of their nets there.
I mean, I've not seen a whole lot of either of these goalies. Tyler Buck, really new to the team. Wilmore has really impressed me tonight. He's very good with the puck, and he plays it a lot.
Down low with it. Cuban leaves that one for Dobbin, and now Dobbin's tied up. Weber up to the point. Alexander now right side. Looking for a shot through traffic. Tipped on, and the Rockets will pick it up, and now they'll quickly try to work up ice the other way. Dundas looking for a pass to the left side. That one out of the reach there. Now picking it up. Held on to Piercy. Up to the point for Barnes. Barnes taken away from him, and this one's going to be called down. It's a glove pass there against the Stars.
That was going to set him up on a 2-on-1.
Rockets happy that one's going to get called back.
Quite obviously a hand pass there. Easy call for the officials. So the faceoff will come down into the Stars zone to the left of Owen Wilmore.
Offensive zone draw for Strathroy. One up to the point. Smith at the blue line. Tried to quickly play that one. Now knocked down at center ice. Dumped in by Spezial. Puck inside the St. Thomas zone. Now behind the net, gets over top of the stick of Catrice. Kidder now in the corner. Flips it back out to center. Bouncing puck. Poked away by Kindry. Now Spezial across the line. Hooked up a little bit. Still holds on to it. Spezial. Pass. Kindry looking shot, but right on. That one stopped by Wilmore. Top of the crease.
Put it right in the logo. He was almost down as low as the dot. And but toward the middle, and unfortunately for Kindry, he pumped that right into the that star logo on the chest of Owen Wilmore.
So another offensive zone face-off with 6:06 to go here in the second. One back by the Stars. Now Girth almost turned it over out front there. The Rockets couldn't get a shot off as got out front of the net too quickly. Now Amaral dumped in. Looking back down low. Pass comes out front. Good chance. Buck makes the save. Rebound off the side of the goal. And he makes another stop against the pads there and covers up to get the whistle.
Hogarth without a stick, trying his best to play goal in front of Buck. And yeah, a chance lost down low there. Faulkner, who was cruising through the slot, had no idea the puck was going to get turned over so quickly and wasn't prepared for the pass.
Face-off one back again by the Rockets. Hull will throw that one out to center. Tried to clear. It was knocked away. Now Cucci will pick the puck up at his own blue line. Gets to center. Comes in across, looks for a pass over to Johnson on the far left side of the ice. It was out of his reach. Stars looking to clear. Cucci with it again. Poked off his stick by Roberts. With the puck at center. Ty Johnson looks for some space. Fires a long shot in from center. And that one's gloved down by Wilmore to get the whistle.
All sorts of conversations going on the ice. As I said earlier, the physicality's kind of picked up a little here in the second period. As has the conversations between the teams on the ice. Big line comes over here. Perry, Elliston, and Balaz for the Rockets.
Tied up off the draw. Now Stars in possession. Valentine behind the net here. Weber cleared up to the line. Chipped past Barnes by Hubin. And now Dobbin will throw it the rest of the way to get it into the Strathroy zone. Dobbin now in the corner. Flips to his forehand. Up to the point. Girth shot through traffic. Got to the net. Stopped by Buck. And now finally going to be poked back out to the neutral zone. Stars will dump it right back in. Charlie Barnes from behind the Strathroy net. His pass over to Elliston just out of his reach. Dump back in, and now Barnes gets the puck back to Balaz. Balaz, backhand pass, shipped forward. Elliston to Perry. Perry wide right and put it to the net there. And now a hit after the whistle will draw a little bit of a crowd as Perry got the shot off. Was covered up and then took the hit against the wall.
I understand the reaction by the Rockets, but if Ballantyne's my defenseman, I have no problem with finishing that check. Nobody got hit from behind. He was riding him the whole way to the boards. The whistle went. Half second later, put Perry into the boards. And really nothing comes of it other than I really don't think you should do that again.
Had already started the process of trying to make the hit on Perry when the whistle blew. And
I understand the Rockets. You have to go over and say something for sure.
pass now, it's McNair right side to Phillips. Phillips at the blue line. They stay on side now trying to cut to the net. Big rebound off the pad there of Buck, and they couldn't fire it home. Strathroy will get it back out to center. Perry to Elliston. Elliston had that one knocked off his stick. They were going to be offside on the play. Everybody looking through as Phillips tried to chip that one in, and it's going to be an offside against the Stars here as it was touched just inside the blue line.
Brandon Balaz saved a goal. It was him on the back check on that last rush by the Stars to prevent the tap-in goal to the right of Tyler Buck. Great work on the back check by the skilled forward.
It'll be thrown in on the backhand, gloved down by Cole Smith. He gets it quickly over to Dylan Dundas, who will skate it back into the Strathroy zone. There's 4:05 to go here in the second period as Dundas dumps it into the St. Thomas zone, rimmed around the boards by Wilmore, who got the puck back. Nelson to Dundas. Dundas down low, looking back out front. Puck sits in the blue paint, and it's going to be cleared up to the point. Now Smith tried to get it back to Noah Nelson. Into the corner, looking for a return pass out front. Nobody there. Cleared up to the blue line and out as Kindry will have to take it back to center. And now inside to the Strathroy zone. Poked forward. Just shy of center. And it'll be an icing against Strathroy there. Not quite to center ice with 3:34 to go in the period.
And as the linesman points, the faceoff will be down to the right of Tyler Buck in the Rockets zone.
Face-off one back by Nelson against Roberts, and now cleared. This one will bounce over top of the stick of Catrice. No icing. Out of his net to play it. There is Wilmore. Gets it over to the right side. Coming in, Piercy. Puck comes back out front, looking for a shot. Everybody's going to skate past it now. Nelson trying to get it back. Pass to Piercy. Piercy looks back out front, and they couldn't get a shot off. Quickly back the other way come the Stars. In across the offensive zone. Tries to drop it for Emerald. Couldn't get a shot off. And now Strathroy will look to come back the other way. Here's Cucci. And across the line. Piercy looking shot. That one's tipped over top of the net. Now sitting on the back of the net. The Rockets trying to battle to get it through. Cucci up to the point. Ty Johnson leaves it. Cucci comes out. Shot. Whistled it wide of the glove side. Coming through and a hit. But Mazza will get the puck back out. Long pass up to Faulkner. Faulkner at the blue line. One move to try and get it through. McAlpine, an extra hit there. Physicality really ramping up here in this hockey game, and now the shot on from Wilmore from long distance will be covered up, and now we'll get some shoves after the whistle again.
I'm not sure what's up McAlpine's pants, but he's been following a different rocket all over the ice throughout this shift as Hogarth drags out. I want to say that's Mazza out of the scrum.
Faulkner, the latest recipient there, and that's what started the shoving in the corner.
And McAlpine is going to the box.
And it looks like he's the only one heading to the box, and it looks like the Rockets will get a power play out of this.
Well, it's as an official, it's a pretty smart play. If stuff like that starts, you take one. Only have to do that one time, hopefully, for the teams to realize we don't want to be that one the next time.
So with 2:27 to go here in the second period, Strathroy will head to the power play. Once again, trying to find the goal to put them up in this game. Tied at 1. Up to the point. Elliston couldn't corral the pass. It'll be poked past him, and now the Stars will come back the other way short-handed. It's going to be a rush on. Bucks out of his net to play it, and a little bit of contact there, but the puck's underneath him, still poking away at it, and this will draw.
And the Rockets just took a penalty. He's gone.
Balaz is going to get kicked out of this hockey game.
He came in high with a cross check. I don't know how long they were going to let that Stars forward cross-check Buck while he was out of the net trying to cover the puck. But Balaz was no longer having it. And he came in, and he is clearly unhappy as he goes down the runway toward the room.
Perry and Roberts will wait outside.
And there is a penalty to the Stars here as well. Dobbin, he may have been the forward that was getting a little handsy with Tyler Buck there, but Balaz was not having it.
Balaz, you're absolutely right. Came in very high with the cross-check. Has absolutely earned himself a penalty at least. But you got to wonder how long they were going to let Tyler Buck take the abuse he was outside of the crease there. He came out to try and challenge on a puck that was no more than 10 feet in front of him there with a poke check, and then had the puck underneath his pads, but it took probably 4 seconds for the whistle to go. The penalty up on the board as of right now is a 5-minute major to Brandon Balaz. As you mentioned, though, Dobbin is in the box here for St. Thomas.
I'm waiting to see what comes up on the clock for Dobbin. I don't think they just gave him a 10 there. That doesn't make sense. I don't think. Oh, we'll wait for this to all shake out. Dobbin's talking to the referee, Pope, right now.
Nothing up on the clock yet for Dobbin in the box, which to me doesn't make any sense because he didn't do anything that I thought would get him a 10.
Yeah, I don't.
The linesman talking things over now with.
They need somebody to serve. Actually, technically, they don't. Because he can't come out of the box. Even if they score in the last 2:12 here, he can't come out of the box. It's a major penalty. You just have to have somebody in when the penalty expires, or you stay short until the following whistle. As a Maple Leafs fan, I saw that once or twice under Mike Babcock because he didn't like to put a guy in the penalty box until he absolutely had to. But no penalty on the board here for Dobbin, although he is in the box.
Puck up to the blue line, now trying to take that one away. Stars in possession here in the Strathroy zone. There's 2 minutes to go here in the second period. As of right now, we're playing some 4-on-4. Over to Perry. Perry, he takes a big hit, barely made contact with the puck. The Rockets bench was looking for a call. They're not going to get it. Perry now. Quick pass up, Kindry. Kindry left side will bring it in. At the blue line. Chips it down low. Girth to pick it up here for St. Thomas, and now Girth will carry it up through center. He takes a hit coming across the line at center. And now the shoves continue just inside of the Strathroy blue line. Don't think this physicality is going to go anywhere here. Sneddon picked one off. Now he'll carry it left side, down low, up to the point. Girth to Alexander. Alexander looking for some room to the net there. That one blocked by Smith. who's just looking to try and get to the bench here. And it's turned over. Weber comes in. Looks for a shot. It goes off a skating wide into the corner. Now Smith over to Kindry. Kindry to Nelson, and Smith will slowly make his way towards the Rockets bench. Now Nelson will carry it in. Goes into the corner. Tries to chase down Valentine. Pass right, looking right left side. There to get it, Huben. Huben to Alexander, leaves it. Valentine through center, on a forehand. Tries to cut to the net. Poked off his stick by Johnson. 40 seconds to go here in the period. Just 10 seconds to go in the first penalty. And then the Stars will be on the power play. Over to the St. Thomas bench, Elliston. Back down low for Hall. Hall off the boards to Faulkner. Faulkner will carry it in. 25 seconds to go. Strathroy is now killing a penalty. It's Faulkner up through center. Will dump it in, and now he'll chase down low. Faulkner behind the net. He's a lone Rocket there. Got to keep in mind he's killing the penalty for the next 10 seconds of the period here. He's got it tied up against the wall.
Good work by Faulkner.
And almost took it away there and almost got it back. Poked away by Wilmore, but that'll see the end in the completion of the second period of play. And not before some more shoves there between Faulkner and Valentine, as Faulkner was making his way to the Rockets locker room.
Well, I'm sure we'll get to see what the penalty calls were. I'm very interested to see what was called on Jackson Dobbin, because nothing went on the clock in terms of a minor. But I thought I heard over the PA, which can be difficult to hear here with the headset on. I thought I heard 2 minutes for slashing. So
yeah, that is what they have put onto
so
the
what was the coinciding minor
website
for the Rockets?
Tyler Buck was issued a 2-minute delay of game penalty for Strathroy.
Oh, because he wasn't in the crease when he raced out to cover the puck.
And that is what the penalty was against Strathroy. Nonetheless, they'll have 2 minutes and 48 seconds to kill off of a St. Thomas power play when we start the third period. The good news is this game is still tied at 1. Neither team able to get a goal in that second period of play. And they will go to the locker rooms tied at 1 the same way they went for the first intermission. The out-of-town scoreboard, Leamington has opened up now a 3-0 lead over Sarnia at the Sarnia Arena with about 5 minutes to go in the third period of play. Looks like they'll skate to the win there against the Sarnia Legionnaires. And here in Strathroy, it's a 1-1 tie after 2 periods of play. Shots on goal still favoring the Rockets by a score of 19-15. But as mentioned, the Stars with a big power play when they come back out here for the third period. We'll go ahead and we'll take the break for the second intermission. You're listening to Strathroy Rockets Hockey here on the Rockets YouTube page and following along on hockeytv.com. The following live broadcast of Strathroy Rockets Hockey is made possible thanks to our generous sponsors. Andy's Legendary Pizza, located at 10 Metcalf Street West in Strathroy. Commonwealth Financial, located at 370 Albert Street in Strathroy and online at commonwealthfinancial.ca. Carpet One Floor and Home, located at 325 Caradoc Street South in Strathroy. All Season Concrete, located just outside Strathroy, and visit them online at allseasonconcrete.ca. MNP Accounting, Consulting and Tax Services, located at 6 Front Street in downtown Strathroy. And by Middlesex Chiropractic. Visit them at 117 Thomas Street in Strathroy.
The following is a live presentation of Strathroy Rockets hockey. Aspro's in alone. Daniel Aspro, breakaway, scores! That's to the net here, still has it. Over to the side, center, scores!
Well, we welcome you back inside of the West Middlesex Memorial Center. 2 periods of hockey complete in Strathroy, and the St. Thomas Stars and Strathroy Rockets remain tied at a score of 1-1 as we get set for the final frame of 20 here on this Saturday night. Noah Smith, Eldon Dunseith to bring you the action here high above center ice, and Eldon a little bit chippier of a second period there. The physicality really ramping up, and you got to wonder here if the refs have got things under control to start this third period, or if we're going to see more of that in the final 20 minutes of play.
Well, handing out a major penalty to Brandon Belaz hopefully will let the players know that the officials are aware of what's happening and are not going to tolerate. I mean, he raced in at top speed with his stick up. I'm going to guess he must have made contact with the player's head. So that's probably why, because Webb immediately was very demonstrative in his signal, yelling, "You're gone, you're gone."
You could hear it from up here.
You could hear him say that from up here. So hopefully that will calm down in the third period. But to start the third period, speaking of that penalty, 2:48 remains on the major penalty to Brandon Belaz. Game misconduct. He's gone. He won't be back. So they're down Belaz in a tight game.
And they have 2 minutes and 48 seconds to kill off on a penalty kill here before they are back to even strength to even start this third period. A big chance here for the St. Thomas Stars to come out and start this third period on the right foot, as they have well over 2 minutes of power play time, 2:48 to be exact, to start period number 3. Rockets will be without Brandon Belaz the rest of this hockey game, with the ejection to end off that second period of play. Wilmore and the Stars will make their way back out to the ice. The Rockets now coming from the right side as we're all set and just about ready to go here for puck drop. Things just finishing up over in Sarnia. Looks like the final score 4-0 for the Leamington Flyers, who have upped their lead in the Western Conference in first place, heading into the final few games here of the regular season. Rockets might be looking at a trip to Leamington in a week and a half's time.
It's looking that way. Yeah. If I were a betting man, if I had a free $10 to bet, I would definitely bet on a Flyers-Rockets first-round matchup.
Rockets back out to the ice here, and we are just about ready to go for period number 3 from Strathroy. As mentioned, just the second to last home game of the regular season for Strathroy, Tuesday night against the Kamoka Kings, which, to both of our surprise, listed as an 8 o'clock puck drop here in Strathroy. And then a Thursday night trip to Leamington to round out the season. That is it, and then playoff hockey will be here.
The Rockets will finish before many of the teams. Thursday night in Leamington is their final game, but then there are games Friday, Saturday, and Sunday leading into the beginning of April to close out the Western Conference regular season schedule.
Quick dump in off the draw. Wilmore will stop that one for the Stars, and now St. Thomas on this lengthy power play will set it from behind their own net and get ready to come up ice. Dumped into the Strathroy zone. Behind the net now, Marshall chasing with Barnes. Marshall will get it, and he'll fire that one down the ice, and the Rockets will get a quick clear to start the penalty kill.
Great way to start, kill off the first 30 seconds here right away.
30 seconds gone to start this third period. St. Thomas now to center. Roberts lost that one, has to dump it in. Marshall will settle down that puck, and he'll fire it once again down the length of the ice. And it's touched with a high stick here for St. Thomas, and that will keep the face-off in their zone.
I don't know that it was, but it was unnecessary. And when you're on the power play, it automatically brings the face-off back to your zone. Now that's where they ended up touching the puck anyway, but 45 seconds off the clock here. And now you've got a face-off in your own end.
And right away, the Rockets, who've won the draw, will bring it back inside their own zone. It's Kindry with the puck, and now he'll fire that one down the length of the ice. Already a minute gone to start this third period. The Rockets have killed off 3:15 of this power play so far. They got a minute 45 to go. Cleared off the glass and out, and that'll be a good job to keep the Stars inside their own zone. St. Thomas now a minute 15 into this third period. Hasn't had any pressure inside the Strathroy zone. And now they'll start at their own blue line and work up to center. Dumped in by Alexander. Takes a funny hop, comes through, and they score.
Oh, poor Tyler Buck. Went out to play it, missed it, and then it took a weird carom off the boards, came out in front, and it was buried there by Nick Hubin. And a really unfortunate break for the Rockets. They were doing such a nice job of killing off the first minute, almost minute and a half, and a bad bounce, and they're down 2-1.
An unfortunate bounce there, and of course with the major penalty, the Rockets will still have to continue on with the penalty kill here. Minute 15 to go with St. Thomas with the extra attacker on. Now they'll come forward into the offensive zone looking for a shot. That one's going to miss glove side, bounce out to the blue line. Valentine there to stop it, almost poked off his stick. Hall trying to force the pass. Johnson down low. In there to pick it up. Phillips behind the net. Down to a final minute here on the man advantage for the Stars. From the corner now. Behind the net, tries to work it out front. Got the pass out front, couldn't get a shot off. Bouncing puck over top of the stick of Phillips and back out to center ice. Valentine's pass out of the reach, down the ice, off to the side of the goal there, and poked off the stick of Buck. And once again, this will draw a crowd. That is the second time that Buck has been poked kind of after the whistle, and the Rockets not taking any exceptions to it.
Well, I think this is going to be the end of the night for both these young men. It's Jackson Phillips and Ty Johnson. Johnson was ready to go. He ended up grabbing and he got some taps here. They're both kind of tapping each other. Nobody's trying to hurt anybody there, but well, the gloves didn't come off, so maybe.
They're both actually heading to the penalty box, which is a surprise to me.
So that, I think it was, there's no 5 minutes for wrestling, which is mostly what they did. Now, there was lots of pulling on cages and wrestling each other to the ice. And
I'm not sure how the rule is in the rule book, but usually when the officials kind of spread out and let them go at each other, that's what they consider a fight, whether the gloves were dropped or not, and that's what happened in that situation. Everybody was letting them go.
They're discussing it now. The two referees and one of the linesmen are standing in the half circle out in front of the penalty box.
36 seconds to go on the St. Thomas power play. All that happening, a puck was dumped in off to the right side of Tyler Buck at the side of his net. He went to cover it, and whether or not he had it right away or not, he took a poke there, and the Rockets, fresh off a incident down at the other end of the ice to end the second period, the penalty up on the board as it sits right now goes to Strathroy. 2 minutes.
He was definitely the aggressor, I would say, down in that far corner, grabbing on to Phillips's mask, at the very least, to kind of instigate whatever was to follow.
So St. Thomas now 36 seconds of 5-on-3 time. Already a power play goal to put them up 2-1 in this third period. Face-off is off to the right of Buck inside of the Strathroy zone. One into the corner. Right away, they're tied up. Stars will bring it out into the slot. Pass up to the point, able to save it from going outside, and then he stick handles it out past the blue line. Valentine will have to circle back across the logo at center. This one's going to be poked forward, dumped in. Marshall there. Tries to chip it past the right side. It gets up to the point. Amaral with some space. Amaral looking for a shot. It's blocked. Will bounce back up to the blue line there. Kept it. Valentine looks. Hands it off down low. Now behind the net. Gets the return pass. Works it to the top of the circle. Looks, and he breaks his stick on the play, and it'll be fired down the ice. And the Rockets have killed off that first 36 seconds on the 5-on-3. And now the Stars.
That was too many.
Yeah, they just got away with one there. The Rockets bench, and you caught it as well there, Eldon. The Rockets.
Valentine took a sweet time leaving the ice, and the guy replacing him picked up the puck before he got off.
Hogarth now in the offensive zone in the corner. Now he's going to circle and skate it back into the Strathroy zone, holding onto it here as he dodges the broken stick. And then he'll send it down the length of the ice. Wilmore plays it into the corner. Weber played forward, chip passed at center, and then flipped right back down the ice by the Rockets. 35 seconds to go on the St. Thomas power play. They're leading 2-1 after the goal here early to start the third. Broken into the offensive zone, looking for a pass out front. Nice save by Buck, cleared up to the point. Another chance, comes across, one-time chance. Buck makes the save on the shot by Alexander, and it'll be cleared down the ice with 15 seconds to go on the penalty. Held on to behind the net, McAlpine. Looking for a long pass, gets it up to center, across the center ice line and dumped in on a backhand. Now behind the net here, bodies converge, Rockets trying to get possession back, looking for a pass out front, off the boards, up to the blue line, capped in. A shot through traffic, squeaks through Buck's pads, and it's in. Right after the penalty expires, the Stars take a 3-1 lead.
The momentum following that lucky break of a goal to make it 2-1, and the balance of that power play, the Stars spent most of it in the Rockets zone. And now it is, as you said, 3-1 Stars, 15:40 to go in this third period.
Center ice right off the draw, picked up and dumped in by Braden Joseph. Hall from the corner, trying to get that one away from Watson. Bouncing puck, and now Pimentel carries it in across the line at center. He'll dump it in and chase. Behind the goal line now. Pimentel trying to get the puck back for Strathroy. The shoves continue from the corner. It's Spezial with it. Spins, gets loose. Joseph right on him there, trying to force the puck out. Up to the blue line, poked past Hall, and Hall will have to dump it back in. Rockets clear, and now they'll enter in on the attack. 5 minutes gone to start this third period. A hit coming across, and that is going to be a penalty on Spezial. Roberts with it, touched. No, they're not going to say the Rockets got possession yet, and now that one's cleared down the ice.
It was a high, rough, they're going to call it.
Roughing call is what they're going to call it on Spezial. It was up high on him, coming across there.
The tough part there was he was trying to throw the hit, and the guy tried to duck under it. And yes, there was head contact for sure. It's like the guy who doesn't just take the hit and he tries to step aside and they go knee to knee. The player getting hit 99% of the time would be much better off just taking the hit than trying to get out of the way.
Cleared right away as that one's sent down the ice into the St. Thomas zone. St. Thomas up 3-1 in this hockey game now. Can attribute those 2 goals in this third period as thanks to the power play, although even it was just the first one that was scored actually on the power play. Buck with it, fired up to the point, has to scramble back to the net. Now there to pick it up, and now that's going to be called on the Stars as Kindry was tripped up on the play.
And we got a trip coming here. It's kind of that, almost like the one Dundas had in the first penalty of the game. Just threw the stick into the feet for no particular reason. Well, I mean, the reason obviously to try and slow the guy down. But as soon as he goes down, there's going to be a call.
So the Stars got all of 25 seconds on the power play before the penalty, and now we'll play 4-on-4 hockey for the next 1 minute, 35 seconds. Off the draw, one back, Stars have possession. It's Girth from behind the net. Girth looking for options. Back behind the St. Thomas goal and then picked up by Tristan Roberts. Roberts tied up into the corner by Elliston. Elliston gets it away up to Hall. Return pass, Elliston. Elliston walks across the blue line. Tries to chip it over to the right side. Bouncing puck. Roberts chipped away from him. Elliston, return pass. A little bit of a hit, jars the puck loose. They're tied up just inside the circle. Barnes leaving it for Nelson. Nelson pass to Hall. Hall looking, shot through traffic, hits off the pad of Wilmore. Nice save. Now Hall trying to get the puck back for Strathroy. Behind the net. Two of them running into each other, and the Stars get it back now, looking for a long pass up through the middle, and they'll get it. Here comes St. Thomas, steps in across the blue line. Amaral looking to the net, tipped on goal there, and Buck makes the save, and he's going to keep the play alive here. Looked like he wasn't sure if he wanted to, and
Looked up and saw no white sweaters.
dumped back into the corner. Hull will get it inside the Strathroy zone. Some space opens up for him. Quick pass over to the left side for Noah Nelson. Now right side, Elliston. Ellison trying to cut past. Ellison taken down on his way into the corner there. This one will be called a trip, and Strathroy will go to the power play.
That's the ones you see in the NHL a lot. As soon as you feel the stick touch your shin guard, just fall. That's looked to me like kind of what Michael Elliston did. Drew the penalty. The speed going by absolutely drew that. But yeah, now we're going to have some 4-on-3 here for the next 22 seconds.
I'm going to see that very often. 4-on-3, 22 seconds of 4-on-3 before
5-on-3 after that.
5-on-3 for a short amount of time for Strathroy, and then they'll get a normal 5-on-4 power play. Tied up in the corner, out of the scrum, up to the point. Smith looking, shot. That one's blocked up high. He gets the puck right back. Now he hands it off. Faulkner looking for a shot. It's blocked as well. A couple of nice blocks here for the Stars. Onto the ice and right to the bench goes Spezial. Point shot, Kindry tipped. It goes wide. Back to Smith. Smith couldn't settle it down. Hogarth, who's right off the bench, almost picked the puck up. Kindry looking over to the side. Shot through, and that one's stopped by Wilmore again. Up to Perry. Perry running into some trouble, and Sneddon will send that one down the length of the ice. Quickly coming back onto the ice here, and now we've got ourselves a Strathroy power play, 5-on-4 for the next minute 10. Faulkner across center for the Rockets. Drops it. There's nobody there for Strathroy, and they'll have to bring it back out to center. Hogarth to Perry. Perry brings it forward, drops it to Faulkner. Faulkner into the slot, looking for a shot. That one's stopped by Wilmore. Faulkner picks it up again. Now he's up to the point. Walks across the blue line. Leaves it over to the left side for Barnes. Barnes down low. Perry, Faulkner. Faulkner, look back for Barnes. It'll be Perry to pick it up. Perry across the blue line here. Walks across the line. Holds onto it. Now off to the side of that. Faulkner out front. Good chance on Wilmore, who makes the save with a little bit of the crowd gathering right out front.
Lots of puck movement. Plenty of shots. Unfortunately, a lot of them, Wilmore's had all sorts of time. The passes for the one-timers take too long to get there. And Wilmore in place at the time he needs to be there to make the save. 34 seconds remain in this power play for the Rockets. 11:45 to go in the third.
One up to the point. Marshall now. He holds for Strathroy. Cycles it back down low, just out of the reach of Elliston, and jumping on that one is Girth to send it down the length of the ice here. 20 seconds to go on the man advantage for Strathroy from behind their net now. Hall up to center. There with it is Cucci. His pass over to the right side. Elliston steps in across, hands it back to Hall. Hall looking for a shot. It hits off a skate there, poked the other way, and now the Stars will come back. Buck well out of his net to play the puck, and he gets it back out into the neutral zone. He had to come a long way to get that one.
Wow, did he ever.
Top of the circle. Quick pass. It's Elliston in across the blue line. Elliston, toe drag move, looks for a shot. Nelson other side, and he fanned on the puck sitting on its edge there. Valentine to Girth down low. Cleared off the boards and out. Elliston will chip it back into the Strathroy zone. Smith over to Kindry. We approach the halfway mark here. There's a hit up against the wall. Both officials right on that one.
Oh, that's a charge.
One's got a charge on him, and it'll be a penalty against St. Thomas. Strathroy right back to the power play.
He lined him up. Like, there was no doubt. Puck was gone. He knew he was going to hit it. My first thought was boarding, charging fits. And Tyler Alexander is in the box.
Two-minute monitor for charging, and Strathroy's power play will get another chance to work here. Haven't had any luck tonight. The lone goal came seconds after their first power play of the game expired. Or penalty kill, pardon me. Piercy now, down low with it to Hogarth, behind the net. Trying to work around the perimeter. Stars draped all over him there, and now he's taken into the boards, trying to get the puck away. Piercy up to Kindry at the blue line. Down low, Faulkner. Hogarth, Faulkner, side of the goal, has some space, tries to roof it there, ran out of real estate, and Owen Wilmore will jump on it there at the top of the crease and get the whistle.
That's some really good puck movement on these power plays, I will say. And a couple of in-tight chances, but Wilmore does a really nice job holding the post, making himself bigger than he really is.
Tied up off the drop. Piercy will pick it up here for Strathroy. Up to the blue line. Nice play by Kindry to hold on to it here for the Rockets. Now Faulkner try to go back to Kindry. Didn't have a whole lot of room. Kindry trying to break through. Puck gets away, and the Stars will clear it back down the ice into the Strathroy zone. Getting chased down there, and now quickly back the other way comes Faulkner. Faulkner poked it through, over to Hogarth. Hogarth steps in across the blue line, trying to get it back to Faulkner. Poked away by Hubin, and back out to the neutral zone. 1:05 to go here on the man advantage. It's Kindry, steps in across the line. Faulkner, pass, right side, looking for a shot through. It's blocked, and now it's going to be a rush coming back the other way. Looking for a chance, Snedden, shot, scores! Oh, what a shot to shorthanded goal, and it's 4-1 St. Thomas.
Turnover just inside the blue line led to a breakaway. And Snedden, top cheese, glove side. Shorthanded goal, it's 4-1 for St. Thomas.
50 seconds to go on the Strathroy power play and the shorthanded goal.
Wonder what we're doing here.
The officials now talking at the timekeeper's box.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was about.
Extended conversation, but doesn't look like anything will come of it.
Looked a lot more than just giving the numbers on the goal.
Alliston picks it up at center, works his way in for Strathroy, splits the D, right side comes through, shot on. Wilmore makes the save up high there.
You can hear that hit his mask, I think. A couple times they've tried to go left shoulder high on Wilmore. Hasn't worked yet. Although if you buzz the tower a couple of times, it'll get his attention for the next time.
Stars will clear it right away, all the way down the length of the ice onto the goal. As Buck stops that one, and now it'll be picked up behind the goal. Barnes turns on the Jets, works his way forward into the offensive zone, now wide into the corner. Still in possession of the puck here, trying to jar that one loose. He pokes it back behind the net. Now they'll pick it up, fire it off the glass, up to the point for Elliston. Elliston spins, gets away from danger, opens up some space. His pass down low will bounce off the boards there, and Wilmore will cover that one up at the side of the net. Just 5 seconds to go on the penalty. .8:47 to go here in the third period. Wholesale change for the Rockets. Face off to Wilmore's right side, and it's won back by the Stars. Valentine over, Dobbin off the boards and out, down the ice. No icing here as Hall's there to get it in the Strathroy zone. Behind Marshall, Pomeno, quick pass, Spezial, he's at center. He'll dump it in, hits off a St. Thomas stick on the way through. Now behind the net. Just out of the reach there. Spezial trying to poke it away. Puck gets out front, looking for a chance. They couldn't get a shot off. Now up to the blue line and out as it's cleared. Down to the final half of this third period. 8:10 to go. It's Kane Johnson through center for Strathroy. Johnson with Hubin right on him. He'll dump it in. Behind the net, Valentine. Back over to the opposite side of the ice. Now looking for a long pass onto the stick. And onto the skate, Dobbin will dump it in, and out of his net to play at his buck. Opposite side of the ice, Spezial. He's tied up there. In to help out Weber, up to the point. Patrice, back down low. Snedden behind the net here for St. Thomas. Knocked off the puck by Spezial. He'll clear it off the glass and out. That pouncing puck will stop at center. And now the Stars will dump it back in again here in chase. Rockets now in a Plea to try and get some extra chances out front. Faulkner throws it off the bar. Right out front there, had a glorious opportunity. The Rockets' best one of late. Now a point shot fired on, blocked out front before it made it to the net. This one's going to be cleared over top of the glass and out of play. After the Rockets' best chance of late.
Absolutely was. Pulled it from the backhand to the forehand on the short side and went up over Wilmore and beat him clean. But he didn't beat the crossbar.
Right off the draw, Cucci will pick it up, works it off to the boards. Cucci tries to fire one on. Hogarth, his shot on is stopped by the pad of Wilmore. Now Cucci to pick it up again. Lost it for a second. The clearing attempt will work its way back out to center ice. Smith now leaves it for Kindry, and Kindry up, pass to center ice, tipped in by Faulkner. Rockets chasing inside of the Stars zone. McNair settles it down. Knocked away by Hogarth. In there to pick it up, Alexander once again. Stars with some space in their own zone. It's going to be thrown off the glass and then gloved out of play as Charlie Barnes tried to stop that one from getting past him. It goes into the St. Thomas bench, or over top of the St. Thomas bench, I should say.
Yeah, a couple times that's happened tonight. It happened to Piercy earlier, doing his best to try and keep a puck in. Ended up in the bench. It's off a Rocket, so at the very least it's outside the Stars zone. Looks like they're going to put it just outside in front, or outside the Rocket zone in front of the Rockets penalty box.
6:31 to go here in period number 3. It's a 4-1 St. Thomas lead on 3 third period goals. Cuban, Alexander, and Snedden. Into the corner of the Strathroy zone. Trying to chip that one up and play it up through center ice. Piercy taken down at the side there. Couldn't get the puck and dump it in. Joseph now hands it back. Valentine and now Girth off the boards and out. Quickly dumped right back in and blown down there by the linesman right at the blue line.
Unless that hit Dundas, there was no reason to call it. Maybe it did.
6:07 to go here in the third. Face-off is right out front of the St. Thomas bench on the far side of the ice. Stars will win the draw. It's Valentine to the red line at center and dumping it in. Braden Joseph in the corner. Looking for it now in the near corner. In there to help him out. 2 Stars with the puck. They're going to lose this battle as it's Piercy getting the pass up to Dundas. It'll hit off the backside of Dundas's leg and bounce into the Strathroy zone now. Hall, his pass. Dundas at center. Tipped. No ice here as it's waved off by the linesman.
Same non-call we saw in the first period for the Stars.
Nelson, Kindry, looking shot. That one goes off a stick. And now back behind the net here, trying to get that puck through as the shoves continue. Stars will clear as it's back out through the middle of the ice. In there to pick it up. Roberts pass, left side, shot on. Buck makes the save. Big rebound comes out. Looking for a backhand. Mazza couldn't find it. Elliston will just throw it back into the Strathroy corner there. It's going to go all the way around out of the reach of Hall. Now poked up. Coming through the middle. Elliston. Got Perry on his right side. Trying to get it over to him. It was poked off his stick. Quickly coming the other way. Amaral and across the blue line. He's wide. Into the corner. Looks for a pass out front. That one knocked away. Elliston up to Kochi. Kochi across the blue line. Bounces off the hit there. It's Perry. Looked up to Elliston. Elliston into the wall. And the puck taken away from him. Stars will get it back out to center ice. Mazza looking for the return pass to Amaral. It was intercepted and now dumped down the ice as Elliston was taken down right at the center ice line there.
I think they can just about stop looking for calls there. If it's not taking away a scoring chance or a high hit, I think you're going to see the officials just try and run this clock down.
4.5 minutes to go here in the third. And as mentioned, a 4-1 St. Thomas lead. 3 third period goals. Dumped down the ice. It's tipped by Elliston on its way in, so no icing. The Rockets will now attack inside of the Stars zone. Quickly flip back up ice and coming the other way. Cleared out by Smith. Perry. Kick to Kochi. Kochi, long shot on from just outside the blue line is dumped down the ice. There with it and poked forward. Into the corner. Weber looks for a pass out front. Nobody there to pick it up for the Stars. All the way back out to center ice for Hicks. Hicks to try and dump it in. Perry gloved it. Pass turned over out front. Good chance there for the Stars. Weber couldn't get a shot off, and now pass out front. Nobody there. Pimentel will pick it up for Strathroy. Blazes his way up ice. Steps inside the offensive zone. Down low. Spitzel loses an edge as he went into the boards there. Lost the puck. Girth gets it back here for St. Thomas as he dumps that one all the way down the length of the ice. On goal here for Buck as he'll cover that one up and get the whistle with 3:31 to go here in this one.
A lot of guys coming together, arms around each other, trying not to create anything. It looks like maybe the teams have finally figured it out. They're just going to try and wind down this last 3.5 minutes and get nobody hurt or suspended.
Inside the Strathroy zone now as they'll bring it out past the blue line. Sneddon now at center. Johnson, nice move, pass over there and hooked up on the play, and that's going to draw a call up to the point for Barnes. Now Pimentel, toe drag out into the slot, couldn't get the shot off there, and finally touched up by St. Thomas.
I'm not going to lie, I thought that was a pretty good stick lift, honestly. It did take away a scoring chance, but I didn't actually think it was a hook, but Webb did. And with 3:07 to go, the Rockets will go on the power play.
Certainly took away the scoring chance.
100%.
Penalty or not, it was a great defensive play to stop what would have been probably a sure goal for Strathroy.
Tap in, I think, for sure. You're right there.
Good stick lift, but as you mentioned there, Webb just ruled that it was more of a hook than a lift. And now St. Thomas on the penalty kill. Cucci at the side of the net now into the corner for Strathroy. Flipped up into the air. They all wait for it to come back down, and it does in possession of Strathroy. Johnson now shot through traffic. Wilmore makes the save. Cucci once again right up against the wall. Faulkner trying to dig it out here for the Rockets. 2:43 to go in this one. It's going to be cleared down the ice by Dobbin, and he'll head to the bench for a change. Strathroy scored first in this one, 3:27 into the hockey game. And since then, 4 unanswered goals by the Stars, 3 in this period. They lead 4-1. Minute 15 to go in the Strathroy power play. It's Faulkner up through center. At the blue line, didn't like how it was shaping up, circled back. Pass over to Kindry. Kindry steps forward to Hogarth in the corner. Hogarth looking through, fired that one towards the net. Went off a stick and into the corner. Now up to the point for Johnson. Held on to. Behind the net, now up to Nelson at the hash marks. Ty Johnson leaves it back for Nelson. Side of the net, looking, pass over to Kindry. Couldn't get a shot off there, was on his backhand. Kindry will cycle it back down low. Faulkner, this one onto the side there, and it'll be covered up by Wilmore with 1:46 to go.
Things just winding down here. 3-goal lead. This one's been in the bag for a few minutes now here for the St. Thomas Stars, up 4-1. And this will mathematically lock in 7th seed for the Stars and the 8th seed for the Rockets.
All that's left to figure out who will finish 1-2 and who these two teams will face in the first round of the playoffs starting in about a week's time. Hall now with a chance in the slot. Hall looking for a shot through. Wilmore makes the save. That one might have been blocked on its way through. And the Stars now will clear out. And a big hit there by Hall draws a reaction. Elliston gets it back, looks for a shot on, and that one's going to miss. Hall at the blue line. Over to Nelson on the left side. Nelson, return pass to Hall. Looking, one-time chance. That one right into the shin pads. Now Noah Nelson once again. Penalty over, back to even strength. Hall with a man right on him. It's McNair. Shot on once again there by Barnes. Block didn't make it to the net. Barnes gets it back. Nice spin move. Works his way through traffic. Gets a shot on. That one's going to miss. Wilmore up to the boards and cleared. And now coming in a big hit there.
The one guy didn't get the memo.
Perry will pick it up here. And Perry will just skate it back inside the Strathroy zone. And now it's going to be blown down. And the slashing call will come on Noah Nelson.
A couple of guys that just didn't get the memo. You're cruising home here, nothing else going on, and then you throw a huge body check when you don't need to throw one. And now you've got a slashing penalty, and it just reopens that wound from before, and that's how guys end up getting hurt. Needless.
With 42 seconds to go in this hockey game, it's going to be St. Thomas. A 5-on-4 power play. Up to the point for McAlpine. As they'll work around the perimeter, Watson hands it off into the corner. Looking for a pass to the net there. That one just out of the reach of Joseph. Now Joseph will get it back behind the Strathroy net. Looks for options here. 22 seconds to go. Pass up to McAlpine that stays in at the blue line. Watson now down low behind the net. Passed up again. Catrice. Watson poked off his stick. Marshall tries to clear. This one's turned over. Coming in. Buck with a nice save. Watson to pick it up. 6 seconds to go here. Stars still working around the perimeter, but the pass up to the point. Now off to the side, and the horn will go, and that'll do it. And the Stars will skate to a 4-1 win here over the Rockets on this Saturday night. 3 third-period goals by St. Thomas. And as you mentioned there, Eldon, officially locking up 7th place in the Western Conference, meaning that Strathroy will be the 8th seed heading in to the 2022 playoffs.
Yeah, and you said Leamington winning in Sarnia tonight. Mathematically going to be hard for the Nationals to catch them, but mathematically, Strathroy cannot now catch the Stars for the 7th seed. And as you said, both these teams will await their first-round opponent. As we have a week from tomorrow are the final games in the regular season for the Western Conference.
Strathroy will wrap things up here. A home game on Tuesday night against the Camoka Kings, and then they'll hit the road to Leamington on Thursday night to finish off the regular season. And then the playoffs will be starting probably a week after that. We'll wait and see who the Rockets will face in round 1. The final score here tonight from Strathroy, 4-1, the St. Thomas Stars winners over the Strathroy Rockets. Final shots on goal totaling 28-22 in favor of Strathroy. And the Rockets dropping this one here. The final, 4-1. We thank you for listening with us tonight. Noah Smith and Eldon Dunseith, and watching on HockeyTV.com. We will see you Tuesday night here from Strathroy.